The power had been with you all along. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Trey Michael, and this is another segment of Applied Consciousness. I had a brief moment, and I decided to go ahead and make this for those that identify as targeted individuals. I want to say first, shout out to all the people that are on this wave of experience. And I understand that to you, at this present moment, it's tough and you have a lot of questions. I decided to go in, and I'm looking at my cell phone here. I had a comment or question that I want to read, just a brief portion of it, and I want to answer this question. If you are a person that identifies with being a targeted individual, I want you to really listen up. That means you might want to replay this. Don't discredit what I'm going to say unless you've tried it, okay? And it is not a try that you do in one day. I'm going to tell you how you can beat, not just being gang stalked, but being harassed with, let me see what the words are. Just let me read the question. This comes from Gloric 8, Gloric 8. That's the YouTube name. It says, "Hello, brother. I hope you come back here to get this comment," which I am. While looking up ways and evidence of gang stalking, I ran across your video. I am grateful to hear your truth, although you did not cover how to get around the electronic torture. I noticed that some days of torture are harder than others, replacing my thoughts for stalkers with present and future thoughts of happiness, contentment, and peace daily. I find their electronic torture can be a big trial to get through without concentration on how not to feel pain or shake during those segments of torture. But each day is brighter. Each night is less torturous. The power has been with me all along. I want to first, I'm going to break down the science of electronics. Tesla, he found the numbers 369. I'm going to slow it down. So if you have a pen and paper, you need to write this down. Don't just follow this video. Don't just listen to what I'm saying. You have to say that what I'm saying is BS, belief systems. Say that this is not true. And I want you to research this for yourself. So that means if you're going through electronic torture, research this for yourself. Nikola Tesla realized a truth. The truth was in the numbers 3, 6, and 9. That's energy, frequency, and vibration. Nothing in this universe does not have those three: energy, frequency, and vibration. Those people that are harassing you, those beings, those people that, those creatures, whatever you want to call these entities that choose to manipulate, control, harass, they have the knowledge of what I call esoteric knowledge, or the hidden knowledge, okay? Now, this knowledge is no longer hidden because we're in the information age, okay? 369 is energy, frequency, vibration. Now, I'm going to tell you how this applies to those that are being targeted, being tormented with electronic frequencies. But before I get deep in it, I want to give you some brief examples. Right now, you are watching this because when you clicked Applied Consciousness channel and you clicked on this frequency, this broadcasting, your device picked up the exact frequency of my YouTube page. See, you were in direct contact with your device when you tuned in to this frequency. And because of that, you're looking at me on this screen talking to you about being targeted, being systematically harassed and tortured. Okay. Now, there's a radio station and it's 105.7. On that frequency, let's consider that the torture. Okay, that's the torment. That's the putting thoughts in your mind. As long as I am on that frequency, there's nothing that I can do to stop that torture from coming inside of my essence, my being. Okay? If I turn to 105.6, see, I have not tuned far enough away from the frequency. It's like when you on that channel and you're riding cross country and you get to another section of the state or the city, and you can hear it just briefly. It's like listening to the song and all of a sudden it's distorting itself a little bit. But the further and further you get away, the further and further you drive, even if you kept it on that channel, you will no longer be tuned into that same radio station. That's frequency, okay? They're placing thoughts into the minds of people, human beings. And I know it sounds to those that are not been through this experience, oh, that's crazy. But if you're on this channel, we understand truth, right? And they're tuned into your frequency. Now, this is something that I'm going to say now. I'm pretty sure everyone caught on to what I'm telling you there. The reason you're harassed 24/7. See, if you went through the program, you know it's nonstop harassment, nonstop torment, nonstop torture, nonstop following. Is because they can't allow you, because you're ascending, to find out how to change your frequency. But this is the funny part. It's not how you change your frequency. Their frequency is only in tuned to fear, pain, and suffering. Now, the big question for Mr. Glory or Mrs., I'm not sure who it is, Gloric 8, is this. There is a principle that I'm going to install into you if you choose to accept it. It is one that says, my mind, my brain, my human brain, its frequency will only be what I think about the most. So right now, you haven't driven far enough away, because when you look up, oh, there they go. That's them, the headlights. Every time you focus your attention to that, you are vibrating on a fear-based frequency. See, if you've been watching my videos, you hear me discuss about the 3D, the 4D, and the 5D. Some of you that don't believe in any of this, you're living in a third dimensional frequency. They have complete, full control of you, whether you want to believe that or not, okay? Because they understand energy, frequency, and vibrations. Some of you have been following this channel, like Mr. or Miss Gloric 8, and you're saying that it's becoming a little better, but I'm still experiencing it. That's because you are on the fourth dimension. You're on the fourth level of frequencies. And that means that the way that they used to handle you, the way that they used to torment you, it's not as bad because you're driving away from that frequency. So right now, I'm pretty sure that they're amping up on you. I'm pretty sure that they're trying to turn up the volume, right? That's because they need for you to focus your intention, your thoughts back on them. Therefore, you are lowering your frequency and they can control you stronger. So here's some things that I did, because the frequency wasn't affecting me. And I'm not saying that I'm special or anything like this, but I've always been a thinker. I've always been a person that was in tune with saying, these are not my thoughts. Because I heard those thoughts, those same ones that they're putting in your mind, they tried it to me. Now, they did this to my wife, and I'm going to let her start talking about this a little bit more. Not let her. I'm going to ask her to speak to you guys more about the thoughts that they were placing into her head, the sounds that she was hearing that weren't there, right? And what I told her to do was to focus on someone else that's in more pain than you. So who are those people? So she said she went on YouTube and she was looking for children in Africa. And she watched this story on YouTube about a sister that was 9, and she had a 4-year-old brother. And she walked through the trash cans at night because he had one of those sicknesses, something bad, a bad illness. And she went into the trash cans to bring food back. And the food that she found wasn't enough to feed her, so she only fed her brother. See, that's physical pain. Hunger is physical pain. Being sick with no doctors is physical pain. And what she found that she began to do as she researched more people that were in torment, her mind started to focus on others' suffering and not hers. And what that did was it started to elevate her frequencies. She started to think about other people, what they're experiencing. Children that are being raped, that's pain. People that are being homeless up under bridges with their children, that's pain. Now, I know you're saying, why would I want to focus on pain? See, it's because you're no longer focusing on your pain. That's what she did. And in the process of this, she began to listen to loud music that was close by her, that distorted their frequency, that was only on positivity. We would blast that music to the fullest extent in that home. Coldplay, shout out to Coldplay, I always say that. And she would jam that so loud that it was distorting their frequencies. Now, she still heard the voices because she leveled up to the fourth dimension, but it became a little easier. But see, the further that she drove, the further that I drove, the frequency, my radio station began to change. And when it changed completely, none of the things that we experienced ever occurred again. Now, I'm saying this in a nutshell because, again, I've taken a small time out to express this to you. I'm going to try to do a live this weekend about this exact thing. So everybody, if you're watching this, tune in and place your questions, ask them. I'm going to answer to the best of my ability. But when you drive far enough away from yourself, the ego, your pain, your suffering, your stalking, your being a victim, and focus on other people, you begin to change your frequency. Add that on to some positive music, 432 hertz, put that on. Oh yeah, I should have been gave you this. 432 hertz, 528 hertz, 528. Cut that on YouTube and blast it with your loudest speaker as you sleep. And when you do this and you drive far enough away and they no longer have authority in the fifth dimension, baby, because that's a frequency of love, then you know what you're going to say? Woo! The power had been with me all along. Live, love, and laugh. Don't take what I'm saying lightly. I'm giving you my truth of how I am no longer experiencing that torture, how I am no longer living in that realm. And they can't mess with me, boy. Woo! Because I live in love. And love is my dominant thought. That's why I'm taking the time out, sitting in my vehicle, to respond back to my brother or sister who made that comment, and to all of my brothers and sisters of the light that are experiencing this now. Live, love, and laugh. Peace.